Starting five brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. CEBU greats with the backcourt of Jul Manso, Bactalio up front, Ken Hombes, Mark Meneses, and Lian Martel for ILAGAN, Isabela, Dondon Gumaru, Gab Gomez, Alan Santos, Joshua Giab, and Ajem Miranda are game officials for this ball game. Edmar Aves, Manuel Binondo, and Edward Aganan. And fourth man is Leonardo Leosa.
Well, Alan Santos is the lone cowboy with the most starts so far. Para sa kanila, this is his 13 starts in the 16 games that he's played.
Ian Martel, entry pass, Hombes, hook shot.
Immediately kita mo yung efficiency kagad eh.
And hindi lang yun. Kita mo yung front line nitong
yes.
CEBU. Grabe yung height, yung length, yung haba. Lian Martel, Ken Hombes, Mark Meneses.
Yeah, when you talk about athleticism as well, very quick decision makers. Gumaru with that shot.
Rebound, Mark Meneses. Outlet, papunta kay Lian Martel. Lost it though. Miranda. Dapat ni Mark Meneses. Dondon Gumaru. Gets it to Josh Giab. Gab Gomez. The pass, Gumaru slightly open. Can't hit the free. Meneses with his second consecutive rebound.
Well, a couple of shots missed already very early for Gumaru. Of course, ILAGAN will always look for Gumaru. He's been one of the top 3-point shooters and makers para dito sa ILAGAN.
Hombes down low. Bounce pass. Mark Meneses off the glass and in.
These two actually played together in the early version of CEBU, right? But now, in my opinion, they're playing more defined roles. Because you see in games in the previous ones when Ken Holtvis will be playing outside, taking shots from the outside. And so with Coach Junsi coming in, he was pretty clear and pretty adamant, you got to play inside. And both these guys have been playing really good music together. Speaking of Mark, and ito si Holtvis.
Silang tatlo actually ni Lian Martel.
Oo, pati si Lian Martel, that's right.
Hombes. Uy,
loud pass.
Akala niya yata sarili niya pinasahan niya. Taas ng pasa.
That pass was too loud. And for the most part, really, they've been trying to get that ball on the low block, understanding the vision and the height advantage of Kem Holtvis. He can see weak side cutters and weak side actions. Who's the open man on the other side, and just trying to trigger a ball reversal.
ILAGAN has yet to score. 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Santos, the pass. Giab, kita mo yung tatlo Nagsalubong. Able to bother that shot and force a shot clock violation.
Throughout this season, CEBU is number 5 when it comes to blocks, roughly 4 per game. And right there, you see again another display of the athleticism and the height advantage and the commitment to defense of the CEBU greats. And right now, ILAGAN Cowboys starting a little bit slower than they usually would.
Bactalio attacks, fakes off his defender. Wow, able to sneak that one through.
Oh man, that's what you miss about a Bactalio, A lot of activity going inside, that dribble penetrate of his, then really good footwork and that vision for that rim. Guys will always say, when you see Bactalio with the ball, he always is going to find a way to score. And right here, scoop underneath.
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
And the good news for Bactalio fans is that right now he's happy with where he is because he gets the playing time that he needs. He's playing a spot that he's comfortable with.
Second block of the game for CEBU. Meneses with the rejection. Manzo. They're really looking for Hombes, but that time Gumaru able to steal that pass. CEBU even, before nung nagkulang-kulang na sila ng players, I don't know if you remember this, at one point, they were number 2 in terms of giving up points.
That's
right. They
right.
were a very solid and sound defensive team.
That is very true, and those numbers really started going downhill as the season went, as they played game to game. I think the culmination was when they started playing with only 7-6 players. That was the game with Pampanga and Nueva Ecija, if I recall correctly. And finally, a basket right here for ILAGAN to start things off.
6-2. Cebu with a 4-point lead. Manzo, bubukol sa 3. No. Battle for the rebound. Holmqvist snaps it to Lian Martel.
Just the height of Holmqvist allowing him to tap that ball. Another opportunity for the greats.
Talio for free. Pops out. Santos finally clears it for the Cowboys. Gumaru steps into a free. It will roll out. Battle for the rebound. A foul whistled on the Cebu Greats.
One might say of the 3 shots that Gumaru took, this might just be the one that's in rhythm. The other ones, I feel medyo may nakabantay kasi, challenge, so he had to adjust a little bit his shot.
Name your special offer. Ilagan, contrary to their last 3 games, have a slow start here. Alan Santos able to roll that one through.
And I think it's important that Alan Santos gets involved on the offensive end. His counterpart has been pretty much involved. Again, every time that ball is on the side offensively of Cebu, it goes through Ken Holmqvist. And so you got to do the same for Alan Santos. Make that defense of Holmqvist work out against Alan.
Right now, Cebu is using their size to their advantage. Martel drawing a foul from the Cowboys.
TH Tumalip right now on the floor, more offensive firepower for the Cowboys. AJ Miranda hasn't really gotten himself going yet, and so does Gab Gomez. And if you're the Cowboys right now, much as we talked about really good scoring improvements para sa kanila, ang ganda nitong 5 to, kayang umiscore lahat no, sa floor.
Alam mo ngayon ko lang na-realize, pareho pala yung nickname ni Junti Valenzuela sa ni Jun Manzo, no? The Hitman.
Oo nga, no?
Di ba?
Oo nga. So dapat lang na nandito sila pareho.
Yun na nga eh,
pareho pang taga Cebu.
Oo. 7-4, 3-point lead for the Greats. Tumalip. Santos, back to TH against Mac Talio. Miranda floats it up and in. Miranda with 4 points.
Well, once you're a scorer, you definitely are a scorer. You're gonna find ways to get that ball through the hoop, and AGM going to work right now.
Isa na lang ang lamang ng Cebu. Talio, the spin move, but can't get that shot to fall. Manzo gets it right back for the Greats. Still 10 on their shot clock. 2 former teammates going at it. June Manzo fouled by, I think, si AJ Miranda.
That's one thing about June Manso as well. He, for the most part, would get into multiple dribbles situations. And so if you're a teammate of June Manso, you got to go to open spots and find a good area where he can actually feed you, and you can just start hoisting up shots.
Manzo drives. The teardrop will work.
Favorite shot. Definitely June Manso. Goes in the lane, a lot of force, and then end up with a floater. That's patented June Manso.
Past the halfway point of the first. Mark Dyke is now in for Ilagan Isabela. Dyke, the size advantage over Mac Talio. Tumalib got blocked by Mark Meneses. Sent that back to the friend zone.
Wow, that's the 3rd block of the game for, Meneses. And look at the length of the floor that he had to recover from. That was a closeout and a block shot on a 3. How impressive is that?
And now he tracks down the miss.
Would be interesting to have J-Boy Solis rather go up against Meneses. Another floater right there by June.
Kalkulado talaga yung floater na yan ni June Manzo. 11-6. Miranda off the curl. Gab Gomez got fouled by June Manzo.
And Ilagan really loves those spin downs and those flare actions. This time around, June Manso going backdoor as TH Tumalip tried to topside him.
This is the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Coco Pingoy now on the floor for the Ilagan Cowboys to settle the team down.
Maging sikinyahan naman para sa Cebu Greats.
Ganda ng palitan ng mga tao, okay?
Oo. This has a potential to be a really well-contested game. Coco Pingoy fires, no. Meneses continues to rack up the stats. 5 rebounds and 3 blocks. Kinyahan, face-up jumper, short.
Good defense right there by Mike Dyke. He understood that maraming beses na nangyari yon, yung face-up at tira. Ito naman si Mark.
Masyadong malakas. Meneses, 6 na rebound na. And he got fouled from behind by TH Tumalip.
Mark Meneses, in my opinion, has matured into the player that he is right now. Remember when he played for Pangasinan, you already saw flashes of brilliance, but now he's playing with a lot of freedom and a lot of confidence.
What do you think, Coach Mike, of that fight?
Excited na nga ako. Tulad sabi ko sa'yo na i-download ko na yung Blast TV app, and I'm sure a lot of our Filipino fans as well can't wait for that match.
Turnovers, Cebu already with 4. We mentioned at the top of the coverage how they've been able to rectify that because they are the worst in terms of giving up the rock.
That's right. 17.3 turnovers per game. They're dead last in that department, let alone being third to the last when it comes to field goal attempts. So these things have actually changed for Cebu for the better in the last 3 games.
Yellow light is on. That only means one thing, a challenge issued by Ilagan. We'll be back for the result of this one.
Isabela's challenge was successful.
Successful challenge by Coach Louis Gonzalez.
We'll see right here on this one. This drive. Oh yeah, definitely nobody touched that on the side of Ilagan, so it should stay with him.
But only 8 seconds, a shot clock nitong Ilagan. Solis. Laban kay Mactalio, skip pass, TH Tumalip. 1 second remaining. And Mark Dyke will not get it off in time. Shot clock violation, laban sa Cowboys.
Almost his foot, almost on the sideline there, before he actually dumped it off for Mark Dyke. And you see Coach Louis telling TH, you gotta take that shot, the clock winding.
Bad pass by Talio. Solis. Santos pulls the trigger. No good. Tumalip with a rebound. Under 3 minutes left, Pingoy for free, wala pa din. At may foul sa ilalim laban sa Cebu.
Well, Ilagan so far has been empty from 3. They're all out of 6 at this point. They are ranked number 5 when it comes to makes at roughly about close to 10 per game out of the close to 30 attempts that they hoist up every match.
Peralmeca comes in for June Manzo. Tall lineup. Ito yung luxury ngayon ni Coach Junti Valenzuela as Tumalip able to bury that jump shot na kahit lumabas si June, si Mactalio pwede mag-slide sa point guard slot.
Correct. At napaka-importante rin yan para si TH Tumalip na magsimula ng pumuntos para dito sa Ilagan. And to start things off.
Uy, Talio nabitin. He
didn't have that lift.
Free there for the layup. Tumalip puts up a free off to the left. Meneses nakakarami ng rebound dito. Mactalio. The crossover. Kinyahan, quick trigger, gets it to go.
And that's what you love about Kinyahan. Pretty much close to that post area, roughly about 9 feet in. Komportableng tumidira si JR doon.
Tumalip to Mark Dyke. Si Coach Louis nag-match up na rin dito.
Yes.
Nag-upsize na siya.
That's right.
Mark Dyke, Dennis Santos, J-Boy Solis. Santos traveled.
And so far, this defense of Cebu has made, you know, the scorers of Ilagan very uncomfortable, getting to spots na, you know, nahihirapan silang dumiskarte para makapuntos. They are getting all their ball and man movement, pero the shot makers have not really successfully made make points for them.
13-8.
trapped.
Baitiong in trouble. 3 jerseys all over him.
And this is ILAGAN basketball, that defense right there.
Brian Mecca, kick out. Baitiong open for free. Good!
Alam mo kagandahan doon, Ken, pagka-release niya, bumaba na kaagad siya eh. Ramdam niya na papasok eh. You know, how much confidence do you have in your shot if you do that?
What a start for the Cebu Great. 16-8. Miranda laban kay Brian Mecca. The crossover. Free for a free. Dennis Santos, wala pa din. By the way, Dennis Santos facing his former team.
Oh
itong
yeah,
Cebu.
that's right.
And he was their leading scorer, averaging 11 points.
He was, that's right. And so far, this drought from 3 continues para dito sa ILAGAN.
Baseline inbound. 3-point shot natin sa atin ng Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
Normally, Alvin Baitiong put the ball on the floor, atake yan. Pero that time around, catch and shoot. Kumpiyansan tumira doon. Ibang klase. Paulo Ubalde now on the floor. How much more efficiency can you get with him in there?
Ubalde can't bank it in. Brian Mecca with a rebound. Baitiong, puwersa, hook shot, wala pa din. Brian Mecca battling down low with AJ Miranda. But the ball ends up with J-Boy Solis. Miranda laban kay Brian Mecca. Drives right. Miranda.
Nice pass.
The pass inside. Dyke overshooting the target. Sayang. Pareho kasi. Parang parang naka-jersey din ng Cebu to si Coach
Junti.
By the way, nakita mo ba yung bagong logo nila?
Oo, ang ganda.
Hindi pa nakalagay dito sa uniform.
Nakita ko na sa Facebook.
Di ba?
Yeah.
Pati sa stinger natin ngayon.
That's really good. The one with the guitars, no?
So,
Ganda.
palagay ko, baka magbago pa yung itsura ng mga uniforms na itong Cebu,
I've read in one article na itong Cebu is really hell-bent on getting a championship, getting to the finals if permitted, even a championship this season, because they liken themselves to Pampanga and the big teams that actually won championships in the NBA and right now it's Cebu up by 8, 16 and 8. Lang ang puntos na binigay nila para dito sa ILAGAN. Nothing on the free throws, everything from the perimeter.
Joshua Ramirez, AJ Miranda, J-Boy Solis, Dennis Santos, and Mark Dyke, the unit for Coach Louie Gonzalez. 3-pointer knockdown by Ramirez.
Isa na yan sa mga player na hindi takot tumira sa labas para dito sa ILAGAN. And Ramirez alongside Gomez at some point have partnered well in that department.
ILAGAN was just 4 out of 21 from the field in the first quarter. Only 19%. Now they get a stop. Miranda. Mark Dyke spins. Santos, short stab. Doesn't get the friendly bounce. And Solis caught with that foul after battling down low with Alvin Baitiong.
One can say na itong version na ito nasa floor ngayon para sa Cebu Greats, medyo small ball na to considering na yung si Kinyahan tsaka si Alvin Baitiong are your only bigs. Kasi kanina halos nagtatatlong bigs pa sila no? But having Paulo Ubalde in there is an added rebounder as well on the wing position naman. So, you know, maybe a good help as well on the boards.
Brian Mecca, Ice Hontiveros, Paulo Ubalde.
They want to clear that.
JR Kinyahan and Alvin Baitiong.
Oh.
Kinyahan. Turnaround jumper. Took his time but it will rattle out.
Kahit sa simpleng rebound, talagang makikipaglaban ng kasaloob. Kita mo naman si Mark Dyke, makukuha na yung rebound. Nakuha na pa siya ni Alvin Baitiong.
Mapaltan siya muna dito ni Josh Giab. ILAGAN, yung kanilang free game winning run, Coach Mike, came all against teams below 500.
That's right.
As a result, lahat tinambakan nila. Itong kalaban nila ngayon, Cebu Greats, they are 9 games behind 500, but we all know this is a different Cebu squad they're facing. As, ito na nga, right on cue, they get a steal. Kinyahan traveled.
Napaaga rin yung pasa ni Paolo Hubalde. I felt that Paolo could have waited for Quinahan to seal off against the defender before he passed it off. And so Quinahan was catching that ball on the run, lost control, and therefore he traveled. But to your point, Ken, about the last games that these teams have played, you mentioned about below 500 yung mga nakalaban nitong Ilagan. How about Cebu though? Going up against Pampanga and Binyan, two tough teams as well that they went up against, and they performed fairly well. Lost by just one possession in those games.
Si Art De La Cruz ngayon lang binalik para dito sa Ilagan. De La Cruz immediately took that shot. Now he gets it back off the rebound, but another traveling whistle this time against the Cowboys.
And Art De La Cruz not wasting any time. Immediately understanding na puntos ang kailangan dito ng team namin. I will try and see what I can do. He's a triple-double guy. Alam mo naman yun, di ba?
Birthday boy. Super Reeve.
Oh, yeah.
30 years old.
Super Reeve Ugsang. Happy birthday to you. One of the nicest guys in the MPBL na player, no? But very fierce competitor.
Kiniyahan, nakaisa laban kay Art De La Cruz.
Naka-topside si Art De La Cruz. Binigyan ng konting nudge ni JR Kenyahan na displace. Pinasahan na maganda. Libre yung baseline for that scoop.
Pull-up jumper is pure from Don Gumaru.
The most comfortable shot so far for Gumaru. And he's got to get into the groove very early in this game.
18-13. Mecca. Nahanap ulit si Kinyahan. Laban ulit kay Art De La Cruz. Kinyahan
Tight defense by Ilagan.
had to pick up his dribble. The fadeaway jumper by Rivog Sang will not work. Ilagan will push. Miranda to Gumaru. Giab on the baseline will not force it. The pass down low. Art De La Cruz off the glass and in. Plus a foul.
Good positioning, a good read of the situation where the ball is. Should define where you should cut. And right there, Josh Giab finding Art De La Cruz cutting down the middle of the lane.
This is the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Boy, this is one guy that they definitely missed. No? Si Art De La Cruz. But the thing is... oh, wow!
The thing is, ganyan yung kaya niyang gawin.
Correct. The thing is, that quick turnaround here for Art De La Cruz. And boy, did they miss this guy. See that rebound right there, that baseline drive amidst the defense. Kinyan couldn't even get to it. He was thinking na ilalabas ulit ni Art yung bola, but he's just too crafty on those finishes.
De La Cruz this time completes the three-point play. 5 quick points in a matter of seconds.
Immediate impact. Art De La Cruz. But what I was saying earlier is that kahit na nawala si Art De La Cruz, ang ganda na naging performance ng Ilagan Cowboys.
Lalo nung last 3 games.
Yes. The games that they lost, they were very close games that they lost to.
Uy, di nagka-amuyan si Paulo Balde at si Jer Kinyahan.
Yeah.
Parehong veterano. Well above 40 years old, both of them.
And very rare do you see a situation like that when you have a really good passer in Paulo Hubalde and a really post-up guy in Jer Kenyahan committing turnovers.
Josh Giab gives Ilagan Isabela their first taste of the lead with that jumper.
Tell you what, the scorers are now very comfortable here for Ilagan, and they have gone back to their identity, starting off with the defensive end and then being comfortable on the offensive side of the floor.
Parang nasa Rizal Park lang. Ito si Janamon, pero sa kabila, ang bilis ng sagot ni Josh Giab.
This is Ilagan basketball right here, if you ask me. Length of the floor defense, fast pace, get to the cup if you can. If not, you swing it.
Paulo Ubalde. Point set. Now the switch. Ubalde pulls the trigger off to the left. Great box out by Joshua Ramirez.
Well, similar to how Ilagan started, it's now tougher shots na nakikita ng ng Cebu Greats against this defense of the Ilagan Cowboys. And the only difference it took was for Art de la Cruz to come in. He gets to the bench, now he gets replaced.
Short stint lang for
Oh.
Art de la Cruz. Looks like they're still trying to
Calibrate
ease him back
Yeah,
into action.
that's right.
Pero limited minutes, 5 points agad.
I'm sure in practice, nakakapag ano rin yung sabay rin naman yun sa ensayo. A little bit calibration lang siguro on live on the live game.
Oo, tagal din yung nawala kasi. 2
Oo.
buwan mahigit. J-Boy Solis nails that elbow jumper to give it a 4-point lead dito sa Cowboys.
Nako, si J-Boy Solis at si Elbow matagal na magkakilala. Pinch post era pa lang ng triangle
Kaya
offense. Kabisado na ni J-Boy Solis yan.
Paborito Hamon could not knock down that 3-point shot. Miranda bounce pass, Giap. Solis. Lalabas si AJ Miranda for free. No. And it ends up eventually to Mac Talio.
Good box out though by Liam Martel.
Talio got fouled by Gab Gomez.
Bigs, pretty efficient from the perimeter, even down on the low block and on the boards. That's just been that 5 para sa Cebu Grace. Adlawan now comes in and replacing JR Kenyan, who gets his first rest.
16-4 run by the ILAGAN Isabela 5-star Cowboys. They were trailing by 8 earlier, now up by 4. Desiderio spins. Palagay ko, faking a foul.
Yeah, faking a foul, that's right.
Laban kay Dondon Gumaru.
Kasi it happened right in front of us. Parang ina-anticipate ni Dondon na tatama yung left shoulder ni sa kanya, ni Paul Desiderio, but Paul really spun away from that.
Don Gumaru for faking a foul at the restricted area.
See this right here. Didn't go to that post up, goes middle, is trying to drive middle. On that spin, hindi niya dinip yung left shoulder niya. Yun yung ina-anticipate ni Gumaru. But that never came.
Desiderio fails to capitalize on that technical free throw though. Coach Junti Valenzuela, tubong bogo sa Cebu.
Surprisingly, Desiderio is only a 37% free throw shooter. He's better than that. Nice pass.
At Lawan finishes, recipient of that gorgeous feed from Mac Talio.
Ganda ng mga assist ni Mac Talio, That's a new dimension of his game that he's really trying to elevate.
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Drawing a couple of defenders on that drive, drawing them up in the air, getting them committed, and leaving that up for Adlawan to finish. J-Boy Solis was late on that Peel's defense.
J-Boy Solis, binomba pa. At merong pito na naman.
Dami rin kasing banggaan sa loob, Gawa ng activity pagdating sa rebound.
Alan Santos committed that foul after the made basket by J-Boy Solis.
See that again. The little screen of that seal by Alan. J-Boy finished it off.
Panginawakan niya itong si Dian Martel.
We didn't see that much on the screen though.
26-22. Mac Talio.
Travel.
Travel. Try to go quick. But
He was
took an
too
extra
quick.
step.
Sumobra bilis.
Kasi nga naman may 3 steps yung nangyari.
He was too quick.
Under 4 minutes left here in the second period. Ilagan, Isabela outscoring Cebu by 12, 18-6.
Going zone right now itong Cebu Greats.
Gab Gomez swishes in that shot from downtown.
And that's a risk you take, considering na mababa pa yung 3-point percentage nitong Ilagan. But right there, nakukuha na ng Ilagan ng kanilang groove pagdating sa 3.
Hamon commits a turnover, traveling ulit laban dito sa Cebu.
9 turnovers already committed by Cebu. About this 3 right here by Gab Gomez. He just stroked it comfortably from that spot.
Galing sa elbow, pasa palabas.
Inside-out basketball
Gumaru, bounce pass. J-Boy Solis. Piso-piso lang.
yan ang naidagdag talaga dito sa Ilagan, yung perimeter scoring na ganyan. For the most part, they've been dependent on Allen Mina to do that, but now with guys like J-Boy Solis, AJ Miranda, Dennis Santos, and even the coming back of Art De La Cruz, it brings so many potential scorers from the perimeter for the Ilagan Cowboys. See this right here, that little slip screen of that pass over to J-Boy and a good finish.
23-6 run right now by the Ilagan Isabela Cowboys. June Manzo returns. Papaltan niya muna dito si Jan Hamon. Jan Hamon medyo na late eh. I think he wasn't even part of the warm-ups. Mactalio battling missing the first free throw.
Mactalio is this is his first trip to the line. And Mactalio, much of how he's performed over the years, been known for 3x3. Napunta sa Pangasinan. Things didn't pan out that well, and the hope is now that you're representing your hometown, mas maganda yung kalalabasan. And so far, it's been good for Mac.
Sana supply yung dalawang free throw. This remains a 9-point ball game. A chance for Ilagan to go up by double digits. The pass down low. Boy, Ilagan is playing much better here in quarter number 2.
Pensa ng Cebu, outside, and so all the more that they generate those closeouts, a lot of cross matches underneath, especially with the Mark Meneses getting out of the paint, nawawalan ka ng rim protection.
It's gonna be interesting to find out, no? Well, before that, LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Interesting to find out kung ano yung naging mensahe ni Coach Louie after they got down big in the first quarter. Kasi grabe naging turnaround dito nila in quarter number 2, Coach White.
Oo. At saka alam mo naman si Coach Louie, he's very, he's a motivation guy that's very forceful when he delivers messages. He's always direct, he's very clear. And if you're a player, nothing to do but to respond,
Turnover, laban sa Cebu. 37.5% shooting from the field this quarter. Pero Ilagan, 19% na sila nung first quarter ngayon. 14 out of 34.
Ay ready na manood niyang laban na yan.
Okay, lapit-lapit na. 3 days away.
Oo, 3 araw na lang yan. Bakbaka na.
At patinting bakbakan din ang ating natutunghayan dito sa ating laban ng Cebu at Ilagan. Mark Meneses corrals his 8th rebound. Martel momentarily lost control of the basketball, recovers and puts it up and in.
Napaka-stable talaga ni Liam Martel pagdating dyan sa area na yan. He was able to collect himself and get off a good shot and make that basket.
Santos tightly guarded by Meneses. Gab Gomez will reset their offense.
Spain.
10 seconds on their shot clock.
Spain.
Gomez. J-Boy Solis. That time a miss. Martel and Solis actually were former teammates with Parañaque. Martel swing past Talio. Manzo. He drives. He flips it up. That one rolling in for the hitman.
A lot of unselfishness on the Cebu Grays in that last ball rotation. I felt 2 guys already had a shot, including Mactalio and June Manso, but they still chose to rotate that ball.
Solis continues to fire and continues to cash in from that range.
Ito sa pangalawang tira niya, hindi na siya nag-hesitate. Kanina, tiningnan niya pa kasi si TH tumalip kung nasa corner bago siya tumira. Ngayon, hindi na.
Baityong gets it back out to June Manzo. They will reload here. 10 on their shot clock. Manzo. The switch onto him by Santos. Manzo. Kick out pass. Meneses pulls the trigger. Baityong inside. Great patience underneath to score.
Agree. Grabe yung chinaga ni Alvin Baityong doon pag-antay bago nakatira si Mark Meneses. Now, how many times would you see Mark Meneses take a 3-pointer from last year? Very rare, no? Pero dito, komportable siyang tumitira sa labas.
Santos laban kay Baityong. Alan Santos face up jumper will not drop. Chance for Cebu to inch closer. Manzo puts it on the deck. The flip shot by June, wala, gets his own miss. Got bumped by Gab Gomez. Both teams in penalty. Actually, wala palang foul, no? Just baseline inbound. As Coach Junti Valenzuela will sue for time. 27.3 seconds left. They're behind right now by 7. Tough matchup right now against Cebu. Talio will trigger it in from the baseline. The catch by Martel. Naagawan ni Coco Pinggoy. Forcing a turnover. Great stop of a timeout nitong Cowboys.
Yeah, that pretty much is what they've known for. Yung depensa na yan at nadagdagan lang ng mga offensive players like TH Tumalip who also plays a lot of defense. And this should be last shot time para dito sa sa Ilagan Cowboys.
Coach Junti is not happy. And as a result, he got warned by referee Manuel Binondo. Turnovers, yun yung nagiging problema ngayon ng Cebu. They're right on their average in their last 3 games.
Well, the good thing is that they're playing so much better latter part of the quarter.
Gomez in trouble. Cups it up. Pagkakataon for Cebu. Talio, 4 seconds left. The drop pass inside. Manzo scores! What a strong finishing kick by the Cebu Greats. Trail here at the half. Laban sa Ilagan, Isabela, 35-30.